Come on, Bill.
That's it. Two guitars and a harmonica. One guitar belonged to Big Bill Broonzy, the other to Brownie McGhee, and harmonica to Sonny Terry. Let's hear them play for a minute here and sing.
I got the key to the highway. Yes, build out and I'm bound to go. I'm gonna leave you running because walking is most too slow. I'm going down to the river. Yes, I'm gonna take my rocking chair. I might have blues and trouble. I'm gonna rock on away from here. I'm going down to the border. Yeah, baby, where I'm better known. You know I don't do nothing here, little girl. Drive a good man away from home. Play it, Brownie. Take one, son. Take one, Mr. Broom. Now give me one. Oh, kiss, baby. Yeah, just before I go. 'Cause when I lose this time now, little girl, I declare Bill won't be back no more. Now when the moon peeps over the mountain, yeah, you know I'll be on my way. I'm gonna walk Soul Highway, even until they break the day. So long and goodbye. Yes, I had to say goodbye. I'm gonna walk Soul Highway, baby, until the day I die.
Keys to the highway. It's about 12:40 in the morning. This will be Tuesday morning, about the right time for the blues, too. Well, Bill, what would you say the blues is?
For a fact, I'll tell you the truth, Stutz, is a natural thing that no two human beings are the blues the same way. So to me, I think it'd be a good idea to ask Brownie what he think about the blues, and then Son Terry, and then me. I can tell you now what I think about it. Blues is natural fact. It's something that a fellow live. If you don't live it, you don't have it.
If you don't live it, you don't have it.
That's right.
That's what Charlie Parker said about jazz. You gotta live it. What, Brownie, what's the blues to you?
Well, the blues to me, if I live it, I feel it, I sing it, and I try to play it. But really, I've never had the blues.
You've never had the blues?
Never had the blues.
You mean you've never felt low?
Well, if that's what you call the blues, I got them now.
Sonny Terry,
With no
what's
money.
the blues to you?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Dave. I'll tell you what, I feel the blues, but I don't have no money. Nuts need, walking the street. I got to have the blues. There ain't anything else to do.
And the blues, something actually happens to you,
That's
and
right.
it comes out in the song you sing or the music you play.
That's right.
That's pretty much the idea.
Well, Frank, I think that the blues is a kind of a thing you don't have to be without everything to have the blues. It's things because I've had as high as $200 and $300 in my pocket, and was in a place I couldn't get food and couldn't get nothing to eat. Is true because I didn't know how to ask for it. I was in a neighborhood that was in France, and the people didn't understand me, and I didn't understand them. So I couldn't tell them what I wanted, and I didn't get it. But the lacking of money, I had the money, but I just couldn't get what I wanted. That was the next thing. And it's the same as a lot of people in the South, a lot of people in Mississippi, Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky, and those places. They sing the blues and they feel it. But if you go down there, they live in a darn sight better than a lot of Negroes in Chicago and New York today. They got their own homes. They live the way they want to live. They got plenty of food and everything. I don't say they got the money, but I drove down there in big Cadillacs, and I know the thing there was 5 Cadillacs parked side of mine, and they didn't come from Chicago neither.
So you mean it doesn't matter where you live or how much money you got, you can still have the blues. It's a
Yes,
matter of
because
feeling.
they're actually singing about the actual life of them. The same as me. I learned how to sing and play the blues from my uncle, which was a slave. Until today, I know from what he told me that they really did punish, and they suffered the way that the life they had to live, and the way they had to work, and the pay that they drew, you know, because it wasn't enough for them to halfway live off of their salaries, and they had to just live the best they could. So that's why the blues actually come from. It's from those things. People singing about the conditions of life.
Now, when I said I never had the blues has always had me.
Yeah, that's
Blues
true.
had you.
They always had me. Because
Well, you didn't say that. That's right, yeah.
The blues was in the cradle with me,
Yeah,
rocking.
yeah.
I've never had the blues. The blues had me. My cradle would rock without anybody rocking it.
What about that blues that rocked you, that cradle blues?
Well,
Which
that's
is the
it.
earliest one you remember?
Well, the other one I remember, the first blues I ever heard, you understand, they called it the Red River Blues, and some called it, well, it wasn't me. The Brownie Blues was the thing, and I just heard it. When I first heard it, it was called the Brownie Blues. Now we play everything behind that same rhythm.
How come it had to be named by you and you
Well, it wasn't
born?
me. I mean, that's where I got the name from. Which way does that blood red river run?
All right.
Which way does that blood red river run? Run from my back window straight to the rising sun. Had the blues from my childhood, they're gonna follow me until I die. Had the blues from my childhood, they're gonna follow me till I die. I've had the blues so bad till I couldn't do nothing but cry. It's the blues, it's the cradle.
And it had you.
That's right, the blues had me.
Well, Sonny, Sanders Terry.
That's right.
After, what was your cradle blues? What's the earliest one you remember?
Oh, no, I have 3 or 4 of them here. Go, I can play one that you had. Crow Jane Blues. Crow Jane, don't hold your head so high. You realize, baby, you're gonna lay down and down. I done told you, baby, and I ain't gonna tell you no more. If I tell you again, I'm gonna grab my 444. I feel like snapping my pistol in your face. Some lonely graveyard be your resting place. I love you, Crow Jane, and I ain't gonna tell no lie. If the day you quit me, that's the day you die.
Crow Jane did all that. Where'd you learn to play the harmonica that way, Sonny?
Oh, I learned. My father, he used to play harmonica, you know. So he used to come in and eat and wake with his harmonica, you know. I was a little kid, about 7, 8, 9 years old.
This was in North Carolina.
My father, you know, like I hold the harp in my hand like that, he could hold it in his mouth and just play it.
Without his hands?
Without putting his hand on it.
You mean play the harmonica without hands?
Mm-hmm.
No. He just had that feeling.
So he didn't, you know, he just done it around home. He didn't do it for professionally. You know.
See, well, Bill, you just came from England. What would you say the trend is there? Any particular kind of blues they liked the best when you sang in England recently?
Well, the main thing about it is if you get up and explain what you're going to play, the people will sit quiet and listen to whatsoever you sing, and then they'll go take it from there. And there's no country I've been in my life that people don't have the blues. Of course, they have it a different way. They have it through wars and through the different destructions and things that we don't have here. And therefore, they don't have the same way, have the blues the same way that I do. So I'm singing it the way that I have it, and therefore it never happened to them over there. And then when I explain it before I start to sing it, then they know what I mean. It's trouble. I'm singing about the trouble I had.
It's the same in every language.
Yeah, see? So if they had trouble, so they understand that I'm singing about the trouble I have, and then they feel it.
Is there any particular blues that you found was very popular there, of all the songs that you have?
Well, yes, I've got one that I do play over there for them that they all like, and they understand it because I'm singing about woman trouble, and I think every man born have had woman trouble.
Doesn't matter what language he speaks.
No. I got a gal named Willie Mae, and she lives in the low land. I got a gal named Willie Mae, and she lives in the low land. Lord, the way I got that woman, I declare I stole her from a man. All my life, baby, you know I've had to roam. All my life, Willie Mae, you know I've had to roam. Not just on account of me breaking up one poor man. Willie Mae, Willie Mae, Willie Mae, don't you hear Bill calling you? Not if I don't get my Willie Mae, there's no other woman. When I get to thinking about Willie Mae, cold chill creeps up and down my spine. When I get to thinking about Willie Mae, cold chills creeps up and down my spine. Sometimes I wished I was dead, but Willie Mae, you know I'm afraid of dying. I'm gonna leave him, baby, now I'm going on down the line. I'm gonna leave him, Willie Mae, now I'm going on down the line. You know I don't do nothing here, Willie Mae, but grieve and cry. You know I don't do nothing here, Willie Mae, but grieve and cry.
Willie Mae.
Willie Mae, well, on the subject of women, since they've been I guess, the basis of most of the blues, you know. So let's sort of wander around. And Brownie,
Yeah, I think the first woman blues I ever did wasn't about the woman, was Daisy.
Daisy?
Yeah, it was Daisy. I met her and I was calling her too, but she wouldn't answer me when I called her. So
She was with me, that's why.
I'm trying to think of it now, dude. It's been a long time ago. I got me a little woman. She's every day the same. Reason I love that woman because Daisy is her name. Well, you know, I love Daisy, love her with all my heart. Gonna lose my mind thinking someday that we'll have to part. Daisy, Daisy, don't you hear me calling your name? I ain't calling you so loud, but I'm calling you so nice and plain. Hmm? I went to see Daisy one morning, and her doorbell would not ring. Started to walk in the streets and calling my baby's name. All of them. Daisy, oh Daisy, Daisy, oh Daisy. What in the world, baby? What in the world are you trying to do? Trying to mistreat me, Daisy, good as this boy wants to be to you. Daisy, 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 oh, Daisy, don't you hear me? Hear me calling your name. I ain't calling you so loud, but I'm calling you so nice and plain. Call a guitar, I'm getting tired of myself. Daisy, 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 oh Daisy, well I ain't gonna call you no more. Well the next time I call you baby, I'm gonna even break down that door.
Sonny, here,
Willie
Big
Mae
Bill
for sure.
and Brownie have been singing a woman's blues. Have you got one in that general category?
I'll tell you one I got.
Louise, he's great about that.
Bill wrote this song about Louise.
Louise.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Louise, you're the sweetest girl I know. Oh, Louise, honey, you're the sweetest girl I know. Well, you made me walk from Chicago, yes, to the Gulf of Mexico. Louise, she got waves like a rolling stone. When she leave a man, she had to grieve and moan. Oh, Louise, Honey, why don't you hurry home? Well, you know I ain't had no loving. Lost St. Louis, then gone. Got me a gal called Ola. She treat me nice and kind. I don't care what she do. Louise on my mind. Louise ain't so good looking, and her hair is not red. But she cooked my breakfast and brought it to the bed. I said, oh, 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 Louise. Honey, why don't you? Well, I ain't had no loving. Lost St. Louis, been gone.
Louise.
Did you write it, Bill?
Well, I'll tell you the main thing about that thing. Yes, I did write. I'm the first one recorded.
Well, so many people claim that, but you the headliner.
It ain't just that one only that I did originally, that I did start, but if a fella do better with it, I'll give it to him. Brownie, you want to start one in that key that I can sing? And you sing one verse, and then you want to take the next one, Sonny, and then me the last one, or me the next one, and you the last one.
What did this guy be now?
Just a blues. Just put some verses. You make it up as you go along.
One more once. Just as far as I could see. Well, I looked down the road, sure worry me. Can I have one more? Well, here I am in Chicago, and I'm doing very well. Here I am in Chicago, seems like I'm doing very well. Well, when I leave the city, ain't no one to tell. Okay, I got it now. Take it, yeah. Well, I started walking, Lord, till my feet got soaking wet. I started walking down the road, Lord, till my feet got soaking wet. Well, I ain't find that little girl I call Louise. Lord, old Sonny ain't quit walking at. Well, my mama told me, Lord, when I was a worthy child. Oh, my mama told me, Lord, when I was a child. Well, she said, Sonny, tell you too big a devil. Hey, to be so foolish and wild. Watch out, Big Bill. I ain't gonna tell nobody, baby, about that way I feel. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody about the way I feel. Yes, I feel like a broken wagon, not with a broken wheel. Sometime I don't know just why I'm gonna wind up there. Yeah, sometime I don't know, baby, why I'm gonna wind up there. Yes, I've got a $2 bill, baby, and I'm wearing it right here in my hand. Singing, Big Bill, just look what a hole I'm in. You don't believe I'm singing, Bill, just look what a hole I'm in. Well, if you don't believe I love the woman I got, look what a doggone fool Brownie's been. Well, some people think I'm happy, but they sure don't know my mind. Lord, that's my game. Well, you may think I'm happy, but you sure don't know my mind. Just because you see a smile on my face, my heart could be bleeding all the time. Sonny boy, get somebody on it. Why say ain't no loving? Big Bill, you know it ain't no getting along. Whoa, why it ain't no loving? Whoa, you know it ain't no getting along. Everything you would do, Big Bill, she'll say you're wrong. Well, I told you, baby, ain't gonna tell you no more. I done told you, little woman, Lord, I ain't gonna tell you no more. Babe, you know you want to read, hey, Jeff, on what you sold. Goodbye, this is my last goodbye to you. Goodbye, my baby, this is my last goodbye to you. I don't care whether you drunk or sober, little girl. Big Bill don't care what you do.
if someone listening right now at WFMT had never heard the blues before, he sure heard it now. This then is... Now, how did this come into being? Here, Bill just made a suggestion that you start singing, Sonny, and then Brownie, you sing and build it. Now, this was not... We just got together, met tonight. Now, this is a song you had never sung before together. How do you explain this?
Well, that's one reason that I spoke a while ago. One subject I made a while ago, that anybody can, that want to sing the blues, sing it the way he feel. Mm-hmm. Don't try to sing like me. Don't try to sing like Brownie. Don't try to sing like Son Terry. That's just to show you the three of us here, because fact of business, I know it is born in me. Of course, a lot of people, they pick it up. Well, I don't blame them, and I like it to hear a fella and to see a fella and to know a guy that picked up something that's worthwhile, because it helps the guy like me that's trying to carry blues in places where people don't know anything about it. In fact, the business is a lot of guys can get in places where I'll never get in, and I really like to see them do it. And just like we sit here now. We could sit here now and sing 5,000 blues, because they all the three of us here now, we knows it. See, when he sang it, when he started, then it come to me, and it comes to Sonny.
As Brownie was singing it,
Brownie started,
something came to Sonny's mind, and then something came to your mind.
And when he finished, I got something already set up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's the way it goes, because you feel it, from one another, which it don't happen to all musicians, though. You know what I think would be a good idea? It's a point that I really want to prove.
What's that?
That blues is a steal from spirituals. And I want, if it's possible, if Brownie will do it and Sonny will do it, I want each one of them to play a spiritual. Anyone they want to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to show the connection here between the spirituals and the blues,
And the blues,
how one came from the other.
I know the spiritual was first.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. I'll have to agree with you.
You're right.
I wanted, when it gets to mine, I want to tell you about mine.
Sonny, you want to try one?
Yeah, I'll do one. Beautiful city. Whoa, Lord, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city, God knows. 12 gates to the city, hallelujah, oh, amen. And there's sweet gates in the east, sweet gates in the north, sweet gates in the south, sweet gates in the west, which should make 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. Amen. Whoa, Lord. Yeah, what a beautiful city, God knows. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. Amen. I done told you. Yes, I mean it. I done told you, which it make 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen. Whoa, Lord, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city, God knows. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen. And they look for me in the east. Look for me in the west. Look for me in the north. Look for me in the south. Somewhere in that city. Hallelujah. Amen. Whoa, Lord. Oh, what a beautiful city, God knows. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. Oh, amen.
Sonny, where did you first hear that?
The beautiful city?
Yeah, the spirit.
When I was a little kid, about 10 or 12 years old.
Sonny
My mother used to sing it in church.
Brownie, there's one you said you wanted to talk about. before you played it?
Well, I said I would talk about it. I'd heard so much talk about it. I didn't know what it mean to be running away. And when you wanted to say something, you know, you couldn't just walk up and say it. As Bill said, to the bosses, to the caretakers, or the keepers. And I'd always heard my people sing the songs, and they'd say, well, that's the only way we can talk to them, is through songs. We can't just walk up and tell them we're going to leave in the morning. They couldn't get away. But fortunate enough, you know, my great-grandparents lived to be 104 and 107. And I happened to see some of them was around that age. And they said when we got ready to say anything, we didn't have to, we couldn't just walk up and tell them what we was planning, what we was thinking. When we sing it, they would come up and listen to us, and we could talk to them through songs. And
It was sort of a double talk in a way.
double talk. It was spiritual. I'm going to sit down at the welcome table one of these days. I'm going to tell God how you treat me one of these days. They didn't mean, you know, that.
Yeah.
They were just singing that, and as long as it had reference to God, why, nobody thought anything about it. And
But they really meant the way you're treating
the way
me.
you're treating me, I'll get even with you one of these days. And those songs was just songs that I remembered, and they were talking about it, how they would talk through songs. And maybe my feeling comes out sometimes now when I'm creating or writing or dreaming or thinking, one of those things. And that's one of my songs that I like. I'm going to tell God how you treat me one of these days. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me one of these days, hallelujah. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me one of these days. Why? 'Cause I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Oh, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days, hallelujah. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. I'm going down to the river of Jordan. I'm going down to the river of Jordan one of these days, hallelujah. I'm going down to the river of Jordan one of these days. Well, I'm going to tell God how you treat me, Lord. I'm going to tell God how you treat me one of these days, hallelujah. I'm going to tell God how you treat me. I'm going to tell God how you treat me one of these days. I'm going home to live with Jesus. I'm going home to live with Jesus one of these days, hallelujah. I'm going home to live with Jesus. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me one of these days.
Brownie, the point was made there.
That is a fact that you'll see that it means the same thing when you get the blues hung into it.
So,
Well, this is one we used to sing. Well, it used to be about 10 or 12 of us used to sing this a lot of times. I was well, came in long ago. I was a young man. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling me now. Hush. Somebody's calling me. Hush. Somebody's calling me, and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling me. Hush. Somebody's calling you now, sinner man. Somebody's calling you and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Oh, you hypocrites. Somebody's calling you, hypocrites. Somebody's calling you now, hypocrites. Somebody's calling you and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling, hush. Somebody's calling, man, hush. Somebody's calling and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Oh, you liar. Somebody's calling, liar. Somebody's calling you now, liar. Somebody's calling, sound like the voice of the Lord. Oh, you thieving men. Somebody's calling you, thieving men. Somebody's calling you, thieving men. Somebody's calling you and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling now, hush. Somebody's calling, man, hush. Somebody's calling, it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Gambling man. Somebody's calling, gambling man. Somebody's calling, oh gambler. Somebody's calling, it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Oh, hush, hush. Somebody's calling now, hush. Somebody's calling, man, hush. Somebody's calling and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling, hush. Somebody's calling, hush, hush. Somebody's calling and it sounds like the voice of the Lord. Then Brownie next.
Well, when they sing, go marching in. When they sing, go marching in. Good Lord, I won't stop being that no more. When they sing, go marching in.
Where you at, Brother Brown?
Oh, when the sun refuse to shine. Oh, when the sun refuse to shine. Good Lord, I won't stop being that no more. When they sing, go marching in.
Play one then. Oh, when they crown them lords of all. Oh, when they crown them lords of all. Oh, yes, I want
gonna sing.
Sonny Terry,
Wow.
thank you very much for a very rich evening indeed.
I
Thank
want
you.
to thank Bill for this
Thank you.
glorious evening too, in
Yeah.
the winter seat of Chicago.
Well, Bill was the
Thank you,
might
Mr.
say,
Broom.
Bill was the co-host tonight
I want to thank you.
on this almanac. Thank you very much, gentlemen.